because his father Yahawah isn't, he's not the son of Joseph or all these other people. And going back to the fake Jews I was talking about in Revelation chapter 2 verse 9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. When it says poverty, it means like physical poverty. Israelites are being poor. Israelites are known for being poor. No black Africans are known for being poor right now. But it says thou art rich, meaning rich in spirit. Like we're more spiritual than all the other races.
Romans 1:3 says concerning his son YAHAWASHI, or Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. So like we said, according to the flesh, that's why we had all the names to do the seed. So that Joseph.
Read it again.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So these fake Jews, they are rich. They don't know the scriptures, like they're saying you're an Israelite based on your mom and all this stuff. And they're not rich in spirituality. They are very carnal because they're the richest on the earth. So they can't be involved.
Mostly because this book is not them. This is our history. This is why it resonates with us. All the curses, everything that the people are going through, this is us. This is our people. Even understanding the knowledge of this book, it's bringing back the instinct. If you're not going to see a gazelle hanging around a lion. If you see a lion, they leave. That's why there's a separation, because we do have enemies. Read the book of Psalms 83, and it tells you who are the enemies, who are the nation that
Bring it up. Bring it up. Psalms 83. As a matter of fact.
Already there?
Come on, bring it up.
The book of Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence, O Yahawah. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahawah. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
The crafty council was setting up themselves as us, taking our identity, putting us low, and taking our history and setting themselves as us, and us as heathens. Giving us bywords and calling us everything in the book except it's who we really are. That's it.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Here we go. We don't know who we are anymore. Or people are walking around and call themselves Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, Black, all the names, but they're not calling each other Israelites, and they're not following the proper doctrine of the book, our culture. That's the speaker.
Yes, okay. And when they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. Tabernacles of Edom,
So-called white man,
and the Ishmaelites of Moab,
the Arabs, the Chinese,
and the Hagarenes.
It says here the nationality of the people. So you have Isa Edom here, the first, the so-called white man, and bring it up so you guys can see. So you have the so-called white man, Isa Edom, bring it back.
The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes,
Arabs,
Gebar, and Ammon.
I believe they're the Africans, the so-called Africans.
Ammon, Amalek,
Japanese, so-called Chinese, yeah.
and Amalek,
Yeah, those are the fake Jews. Those are the Amalekites.
the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assure also is joined
Those are the synagogue of Satan.
with them. They have helped them, the children of Lot. Do unto them, Yeah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
That's it on that.
That's
That's it.
good on that. That's good on that. The tabernacle, so they all fall under the tabernacle of Edom. So they have broken the covenant, the bloody covenant. But what Edom does, he reassembles all these nations and make 1%, you know, to divide us. And this is what is Babylon, also modern Babylon, right today. This is why the so-called prophets, when they rejoice and he bring out the revelation of them, when they rejoice amongst themselves because the prophets they tormented, aren't no more or whatsoever, they send the gifts one to another. That was Judah and Israel, who that scattered all across other nations, because we haven't kept the promised covenant that the Lord put us to follow step by step. You know?
What was Moses? Was he an Israelite too?
Yeah, he was a Levite.
And what about Elijah?
Elijah, I believe he was a Judah.
Elijah is not mentioned what particular tribe he's from, but he's an Israelite. He was an Israelite for sure.
Yeah, all prophets were Israel.
Yeah, all the prophets are Israelites.
No, what about the Jordan? What about
They're all Israel. All Israel.
Oh, no.
No, Ruth was a Moabite, but she married what's the name of
Boaz.
Boaz? She married Boaz, so she basically joined in, you know. But once again, it goes to the line, the seed of the father, you know. But Ruth, she was a Moabite.
Yeah, it's
what's the name of the judges? It's called the Judge 5.
That Deborah?
Deborah, she was a Israelite. You know?
Also, she prophesied on Edom too. The Lord is coming out from Edom.
To go on what you were saying earlier, it says, the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. So this is going about the Edomites, how they took the silver and the gold of the Most High, which are the Israelites, you know. I'll read it again. It says, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Once again, the craft.
You're talking about money.
No, it's parabolic, you know.
He said he sold them into something.
Also, we're going to be tested as gold in the furnace. So we're considered as his goodly, pleasant things.
As his jewels.
The apple of his eyes, yeah.
I have the precept for what
Come on, let me finish this real quick. Verse 7 says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. This is a prophecy. It says, I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. So it's a prophecy. They sold us, we're gonna sell them as well, you know.
Yeah, friend to her double.
Yeah. Slack it, brother. You got it.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So 2/3 of all of Israel, two out of every 3 Israelites are going to be cut off and die. They're going to die, you know, in this kingdom when Yahawashi returns. And verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they will say, the Lord is my power. So basically,
But are those the only ones, like those ones that are the ones that are like obeying him though? Like those are the ones who actually like living for him and obeying him. What about the ones who don't even serve him?
so only the 1/3 is gonna like live, for the most part, live to the, you know, return. But the second, the 2/3, they're gonna die and they're gonna be brought back to life in the kingdom as the 1/3 children.
So the one that, so the remainder that we're just gonna stay on earth, and the other ones are gonna go to heaven.
No, the heaven is going to be on earth.
But isn't there one on earth and then one somewhere else?
Well, I believe there's also the spirit realm.
The spirit world is where you get judged for your deeds on earth, but it's not heaven or hell. There's no like afterlife of heaven or afterlife of hell.
So to answer your question, 2/3 are gonna die here. They're gonna die. They're gonna go to the spirit world, and once the new kingdom is established, they're gonna come back through regeneration to the 1/3 that's gonna remain.
Oh, I see.
But the 1/3 they're gonna be beamed up by the chariots, the so-called UFOs.
Okay.
That's how they're gonna escape the destruction. You see the.
Oh, okay, yeah. So is that like for the tribulation or something?
Well, it's part of the tribulation. It's like the last part of the. The last.
Trumpet.
Yeah, the last trumpet. Yeah. The last part of the tribulation.
So like have any seals been broken open yet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really?
There's pestilence,
Yeah.
there's famine coming soon.
Yeah, I don't understand Revelation, so I don't get it. But so they've been open.
Yeah, they've been.
Yeah, it started to unseal.
What
No,
are
they-
we at right now? Do you know?
Well,
Are we at the third one?
No.
What is there, 7 of them?
yeah, there's 7 seals. Well, let's bring it out. So,
That means it's coming back soon, you know?
yeah, it's coming back very soon.
Yeah, by the end of we'll open the next couple of months. Yeah.
We hope, but we're not supposed
No, we're not gonna put a time to it.
Yeah.
We hope. The sooner the better, to be honest. It's true that we have to go through all the earth has to be cleansed. The earth has to be cleansed. But after that, it's gonna be eternal joy, eternal happiness.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be compared to what you see here. You can't even fathom.
patience was just part of it.
What matters is that we don't know, it's not us to know the time or when it is that some event is coming, or the 2/3 for the prophecies that, oh yeah, these particular people are going to get pulled up, or it's already happening right now in front of our eyes. We didn't know which kind of people we are, but all we need to know is to watch and pray, get our own self in order, our own house.
Yeah.
You have to. Is that why you have it?
The seals, yeah. We'll say about the 5th seal, but I'm gonna read it at let's catch it from the top. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, and the Lamb is YAHAWASHI. One of the 4 beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. White is pure, and horse means power. So he's talking about YAHAWASHI. And when he had opened the 2nd seal, I heard the 2nd beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, which is talking about Esau. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So Genesis 27:41. And when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine," which is
So we're not quite there yet.
we're at the we say like through the
We can
spirit.
still afford stuff to eat.
No, right now we're at the 5th.
Oh,
Through the spirit, we believe we're at the 5th seal.
okay, what's the big deal?
5th seal, jump to the 5th seal. It says here, and when verse 9, and when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High, and for the testimony which they held, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?" And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. So this is about the time that we're in right now, through the Spirit.
Capitol Hill right now in the government, they are portraying us as what? they're telling us that we are the so-called terrorists because for the sake of the truth, because we're not saying preaching love, not preaching love according to the word of what they thought it should be in their mess. So pretty much, that man is saying when he gets to the jail, globally, capitally, when it's going to be all, when he's going to show his entirety, like his fierceness, the two horns, then all will know that, you know, the word is, they have to choose which side they are from, they're standing for. That's why the three angels message was swift everlasting gospel, you know. Fear the Lord, fear YAHAWAH, and give him glory for his hour of judgment has come. And it's in the house of the Lord that is getting done right now. And worship him, you know. He is the worship, he is a worshiper. And then it says the second one is those second message.
Which the Revelation?
Yeah, Revelation of 14 is
Mais je get it. Get it. C'est mieux comme je te dis, juste prends ça off the scriptures.
Yeah, avec les seals.
Huh? That's what I'm saying, yeah. So how do we know we're in between the fifth and the sixth? Because it says here, verse 12, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Speaking about the effect of the nuclear missiles. When it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and islands were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So they have these bunkers where they're hiding right now. Well,
The bunkers are underground?
they're underground, yeah. In the mountain. It says in the mountain.
They do have underground cities. They said they have.
Underground cities, underground bunkers.
Yeah, because I think there's a scripture that says when he comes back, he'll find them in a hole, right?
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Well, this is it. It says here, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the chief men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. So they know, so this is about the time where they know, like, he's coming back, you know, YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, because they're of all the preparation that they're doing.
You know?
So does it matter if they sin then?
Say that again?
Like, does it matter if like Esau's descendants sin?
Of course it matters. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like,
They're programmed to sin.
Oh.
so they already sinned already.
Even when they do good, they do it willfully. You know, they don't want to do good. It's not in them to do good. You know?
Somebody get what's that, Romans 9.
Like, I'm on Romans 9.
Yeah. Well, let me get a real quick Habakkuk. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So his soul which is in Esau and Edom is not a righteous soul.
It's a proud man.
Yeah, it says he's just wicked. He was created wicked, you know. It says here, let me read it again. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine. When the Bible speaks about wine, it's about the doctrines, the philosophies, you know. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine in the form of, look, the you know, homosexuality, feminism. These are his doctrines. This is his wine, you know, and he made everybody drink of his wine. You understand?
Do what that world spirit.
Yeah, Khan. Do
Other
it.
countries are following after.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you don't know who your dad is though?
It's the spirit.
Yeah, it's basically like, if you resonate with this word, then chances are you are an Israelite, because only Israel has been able to accept and follow and keep all the commandments.
That's a fact.
But, but, but yeah,
Because
go.
if you're not an Israelite, you're not going to be interested in any of this.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, the problem is that people just get offended as soon as they hear something like, the so-called white man is the devil. Because they instantly get offended. They don't have any patience to actually hear it out. Because, if you just look at throughout history, everywhere he went, he's done nothing but evil. That's a fact. That's not hate.
People have a case of Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can show the
They fell
picture.
in love with the person that brought him into captivity, thinking that they can't be wrong. They're so quick to say, oh, it was in the past, whatever they did was in the past. But
That's
even
it?
to this
Just
day,
1 second, sir.
That's the way, brother.
And we're suffering.
we're still suffering. Yeah. And the only reason that the so-called white man and the other nations are at the top is at the
Yeah, on mérite, mais
it's
tu parlais de
on
notre
our backs.
Ouais, ouais, j'ai trouvé.
Everything that
Ils sont.
is built, everything is on our backs. They would be on top if we were low. If we were up, we wouldn't be able to be up as well.
Yeah. Reggie, you have questions?
I had one, but my mom asked it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You're following? Everything's good?
Okay. Romans 9, verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahawah according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. Genesis 25. Verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So before they were born, without them doing any good or bad, the Most High said he hates Esau and he loves Jacob.
Because he ultimately made them. You already know how they are. You already know before he even does anything. You already know his personality, his things. He knows how he behaves even before he's born. Because he's the father of spirits. So he's the one that put the spirit in him to be with him.
Verse 14. For what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahawah? Yahawah forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So, yeah.
I don't really say anything about God, right?
Yeah.
That's how we have
He's
to.
the king. I guess he gets to pick what he wants to do.
Exactly. And that because it says life and death is in his hand. So even so that knowing that you have to follow him with fear. You have to always humble yourself to the word, to the scriptures, to this way.
Yeah, you'll be surprised at what people will say to try to dodge even these verses. And they'll still try to reason with this.
Yeah, go on with that. Go on.
Okay. Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahawah that sheweth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he hardeneth. And whom he will, he hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? So who's gonna resist the will of the Most High? No one. Nay, verse 20, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahawah? Shall the thing formed say to him that formeth it, why hast thou made me thus? The main thing is a lot of Christians say, oh, why did God make me gay? And stuff like that. And they will, they say that they still want to be a Christian, but they want to be gay at the same time. But, they can't be, they're just going off.
I heard that he loves the person, just not the sin.
That's not in the Bible.
Yeah, that's it. She said right. She quoted a verse from that. He loves the sin. She loves the sin. She loves the sinner, but hates the sin.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, bring it
It
up.
is biblical.
Let me see.
Well, let me get this one. Genesis 25.
That's not a covering.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you can go around doing whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Like I said, you have to follow him with fear.
Yeah.
Because any day you can take your life with that.
Yeah. I know.
Genesis 27 and 41.
Hold on. Let's stick with the topic, you know?
I still have Romans 9.
Yeah, go on with that.
Oh, keep going. Verse 21.
Hath not the potter power over the clay, and of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if Yahawah, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy which he had afore prepared unto glory? Even us, whom he hath called not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Yeah. Those Gentiles is talking about the Israelites scattered all over the world. It's not about the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Read that
And
again.
in the second verse, in the next verse it says,
Yeah, read it again. Read it.
yeah, even us whom he hath called not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles, as he saith also in OC, I will call them with my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. So in when it says as he saith also in OC, that OC is another word for Hosea. And let me get Hosea out.
But are Jews Israelites? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jew
Okay.
is the house of Judah. The Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. The southern tribe. So the first three, those are the southern kingdom.
Oh,
And
I see.
the other 10, the other 9, the northern kingdom.
Okay.
But we're all Israelites.
Yeah, what happened was the northern kingdom left. They left the land. Well, they were taken into captivity, and then the northern kingdom. So those the Hispanics and the natives. That's why they came here first. You know, they came to America first, and then the Edomites took the Judites. And then the Edomites took the kingdom of Judah to America. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Can you get 2 verse 13?
Does that make sense? The northern kingdom came first,
Yeah.
and then the southern kingdom came after here.
Okay.
But the
But
southern
was
kingdom,
the Northern Kingdom ever brought on? Were they brought on ships too?
no, they came here.
There was ice. The water was ice, I believe.
Oh, at the time.
Yeah.
Well, let's just get it, bro. So I'll get it in a
Verse Ezra?
second.
I don't know how you guys do this in the
It's a testament of the faith.
Oh yeah.
And this is curse 2 on Hosea chapter 13, verse 12. The iniquity of Ephraim. Sorry, you want to try? Is bound.
Well, pause it.
Hosea, Libro?
Hosea, I have Hosea.
So the book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes, verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive. So that's when they took the 10 tribes.
Okay.
Okay? And then it says here, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, which is America, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. So once they left that captivity in
Assyria, I believe?
it was Assyria, yeah, it was the Assyrian captivity. they left that land and then they came to America, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land, because they were known for breaking the laws in the Israel,
Who was?
the Northern Kingdom.
But even here, they didn't keep the commandments.
And it says here, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, for the Most High then showed them signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsareth, which is America.
So he divided the sea again.
So that's what it says. It says, for the Most High then showed them signs for them and held the flood till they were passed over. You know?
For a year, huh? That's crazy.
But yeah, from Romans 9, verse 24, when it says not the Jews only, but also the Gentiles, as he says in OC, the OC it's referring to is Hosea chapter 1, verse 2. The beginning of the word of the Most High by Hosea, and the Lord said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Most High.
So hold on. Like after that a little bit.
The
He's saying
beginning,
take the actual word
like a wife of the
of the
whore.
people who are not listening.
Yeah, whore is basically like, yeah, it's twofold. Like a physical woman being a whore, and spiritual as in like going after these pagan.
Oh, okay.
Other gods, yeah. Worshiping idols. And stuff.
Yeah, you're committing spiritual fornication, because we're married unto YAHAWASHI. We made a covenant with the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yeah, exactly.
And the
Now you,
covenant is a marriage. It's a marriage unto him. For his name, that's why we took on his name.
And verse 3, so he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. So already we see that he has a son. And jumping on to verse 10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said, ye are the sons of the living God. So it's a prophecy in Hosea that these people that Hosea, the Israelite who took non-Israelite whoredoms, and had children with, he had those people that are mixed, they're basically the dispersed Israelites that look like the other nations. And then yeah.
When you go into the Greek and the Hebrew translations, like the Strong's or these different definitions, they'll define Gentile as Israelite foreigner. So it's not really the other nations completely, it's just Hellenized Israelites.
So it is a prophecy saying that these people are going to be called, these people that are Israelites at the time, because they are the sons and daughters of Hosea, which is an Israelite, they're going to be called not non-Israelites. And then later down the line in the future, they're going to be called Israelites again. So it's a prophecy that had to come to pass.
So last time I had a discussion with you guys, I figured out that you guys are leaving from the root of Canaan. So,
All right, well, hold on, we're dealing with our
Yeah,
sister
no,
right
no,
now,
no,
so
just
just
wrong.
wait a minute.
Came out with the
bring it on. Just to add on to that, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 23 and verse 28, it's like in verse 30. I will do these things unto thee, because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols. I'll read that again. Book of Ezekiel chapter 23 and verse 30. I will do these things unto thee because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols. So just going on with the whoring.
yeah, the ideology is saying that white people are leaders.
Excuse me?
But the reason why that I say that there's a group of Canaan is because Canaan ran into the woods with the forest because he was blaspheming from God, right? Because he killed his own brother. So he ran into the woods, scared, terrified, didn't know what to do. Their tribe found Canaan. Canaan
who nowadays has the spirit of Cain?
Pardon me?
Who has the spirit of Cain?
Well, I'm a Roman Catholic deacon myself, and I work at the cathedral over
That's a
here.
good question.
But no. This is why I said just hold on, because that's the spirit of Esau to throw us off and divert the attention to something else we're talking about.
Esau is
We're
all
trying to
Cain.
explain something right now.
Where it derives from. It all roots and derives from. Just read. They're all reading King James right now.
So who is Esau?
King James itself is a perverted version of the Bible itself.
So who is this?
Yeah, go ahead,
That's
go
a
ahead.
distraction.
Yeah, bring it.
That's a
Okay,
distraction.
Just do your way. Go your way, man.
That's a distraction.
Go on with your walk, man.
Revelation chapter 17 from the top.
All right, just be quiet and listen.
And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgments of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So the kings of the earth, like the rulers of the different countries.
Diplomats, the higher ups, the presidents, and all that.
Yeah, like the just the rulers of the different countries, like China and all those.
It says he's a deacon smoking weed, bro.
Basically, America has been in bed spiritually with all the other countries. That's why America is a melting pot, and they take their customs and put them all into their own country. That's why you have a lot of people that has freedom of religion. Anyone can practice their religion in America, but in certain places, like I believe China has banned the Bible in the Christian practices in the Bible in China, and in Saudi Arabia they are predominantly Muslim, and they don't deal with other religions. But America, like, you can openly practice any religion you want, Buddhism, Christianity, and all that.
Also, like brainwashing.
Basically. Yeah, so it's like a good melting pot of whatever. There you go. You can do whatever you want, as long as they're not doing this. You know?
And verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So, yeah, not this, but America is Babylon, and they are the harlot, the mother of the harlots, the mother of, Esau Edom is the mother of all the wickedness and, whoredom that goes around, and all the abominations of the earth, because you have a lot of deformed kids being born, and like if you go on social media and you see the comments, a lot of people will say, "Oh, that child is beautiful," when in actuality it's not. They're just disfigured and they're messed up in some way, but they are saying that's beautiful. They're normalizing. They want to normalize and be accepting of all these disgusting and messed up things, because the Most High is punishing people, and the Most High is punishing people by doing what He's doing and allowing people to be born with deformities.
Because that comes through what they did in their past life as well. If you don't know what they've done in their past life, that's why they came back to suffer for their past sins.